I got my veteran hoodie on again today, but just so y'all know, it's a different shirt. So I wear my veteran hoodie like in the room. So yeah, it's a full moon though. It is a full moon. So I'm not gonna keep out here long. That's not my goal. But we have to talk. We have to talk about Nicki Minaj, Meg the Stallion, Miss Pat, and of course, a little bit about the elections and whatnot. Let's see. So please share this out. Share this out, Bay Squad. Do y'all know they said, let me, no. No, 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 no. And of course, Tamar Braxton. Did y'all see the Braxtons? Tamar is vindicated. Tamar is vindicated. I have been telling y'all about the Braxton family since they hit WeTV and whatnot. And it's truly unfortunate because Tamar is wild. She is unhinged, but she told the truth the whole time. She is vindicated. And it's so sad because she's so extra. So people just don't give her a fair shake, but it is what it is. But hey, Couture Bays, it's your girl Brat going live with the Bree Talk and Bay Squad. We have got to talk. Make sure my volume is up. But before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my fave, the vegan water, and let's get into the mess. How you can like this video is by double tapping the screen. Pop, pop. Hitting those three dots right there. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe. How you can engage with the video is hitting those three dots right there. All right. That being said, let's get into the mess. So I want to start off with Tamar Braxton because that is the biggest thing. Y'all know I used to be a review girly. So to me, Tamar getting her flowers is a long overdue. I'm not a fan of everything that Tamar do, but I have to say that when it comes to Tamar Ernestine Braxton, she was spot on. Them sisters are jealous. Even though we seen at the verses, Tony and her are cool. We got to think about when this was recorded, right? It already was recorded. We know why they came together. Her and Tracy were the closest. They were tighter because Tamar is the baby of the sisters and Tracy was the oldest. If for whatever reason y'all didn't think it was Gabe who was engaging inappropriately with Ashley, is beyond me. There's a lot to unpack with that Braxton brother, and I do believe Tamar was referring to him when she was talking about the whole situation. They did stop her bag. Tony was here for the shenanigans because Tony is messy. I've been telling y'all that since season 1. Tawanda is jealous. Tawanda is jealous. Tawanda is jealous. Y'all never want us to believe it, but now y'all are seeing Tawanda for who she is, a conniving, scheming, thieving, low-down heifer. Anybody who steals from their mama is low down because what? Are you okay? She's a thief and she's a liar and she's still lying in the midst of 2025 where there's receipts. In the midst of 2025 where there's receipts. So again, I ask you this. Are y'all gonna apologize to Tamar? Y'all not, but it's okay. Tamar just wanted it because like many families, she wanted to know the truth. I do believe she wanted to expose Gabe for who he really is. She never liked Gabe, and that's Trina's problem. The fact that Trina is still protecting Gabe from the grave is beyond me. I think it was Gabor who said, if you look at the children of the Braxton sisters, a lot of the children look a little, funny. And I have not let that leave my brain. I went and looked at all of them and I was like, sure, what was going on? I don't know. Either way, Tamar has been vindicated. Tawana has always been a liar. Tony has always been messy. Trina is a punk. And Tamar, because she's so over the top, she's going to be looked at as the bad guy. But I am happy she chin checked them for what it is. So I'm standing next to Tamar. Kudos to you, Tamar. Baby, she earned her check. She earned her check. She brought the receipts. That's why Tony wanted to fight. Knowing Tony, you can't do nothing. And then she wanted to, oh, I'm leaving. I'm above this. Girl, police. 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 Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, young Rizza. I see you in the chat. Hey, you Nicki. Hey, hey, hey. What is going on? Hey, Magic T3. I'm starting to see y'all in the chat now. Hey, subscriber. Trina's Kids Funny and capital letters. Oh, oh, please, no cuss or trigger words in the chat. Okay? No cuss or trigger words. Y'all be ready to act a fool. But y'all be doing everything but the right thing. Do not put the cuss or trigger words in the chat. The mods is here. They are not playing. Also, continue to like this video and subscribe if you like the vibe. I'm just happy Tamar is vindicated. I'm not going to lie. The Braxtons are good this season. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I didn't think I would, but I am. I'm loving this season. Hey, Darius. Yes, Darius, did you see? Oh, my God. Hev called you out yesterday in the chat. I think it was last night. He was asking you an opinion. Baby, we got to talk about it. Yes, I did. I listened on your channel. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Moving right along. Megan Thee Stallion. No, we're going to save the rap girls last. We're going to save the rap girls last because I want to get into Miss Pat. So y'all know a lot of us had midterms. We were voting in our mayors, our governors, even some judges. And of course, Texas is getting mollywopped right along with Florida. Look, I don't know what their issue is, but I'm proud of New York. I'm proud of Virginia. I'm proud of everybody going out to vote. Continue to go out to vote because that's the only way things can change. I think people think we should allow people to be in the seat for 50 plus years. No. If they're not doing the job, vote them out. Vote them out. Simple as that. If they're not doing the job, vote them out. Because what is the purpose if they're not upholding their bargain? If they ran on something. Right now, you have a lot of people upset with this presidential campaign because they have not stuck to the things they voted on. They said they would release the files. They were not banking on the tariffs backfiring. And the farmers needing a bailout. They were not banking on that. Please, New York will be fine. I think y'all are being over the top dramatic about New York. During the pandemic, a whole bunch of millionaires left, but guess what? There's millionaires still in New York because New York is always going to be New York. Despite what you think, New York has some of the best colleges. They have some of the best programs. They have elite jobs. The problem is things need to change. Because when I was in New York is still dirty. All that taxpayer dollars, all that infrastructure, where is the money going to? You got to ask those things. So, yeah, no offense to the New Yorkers. No offense. No, I was asleep when he said that. Oh, he was just saying, like, how do you feel? He was like, you are an OG Barb. He also said you're one of the sound Barbs. You are one of the only ones he'll listen to. Like, what were your thoughts on Nicki Minaj? I thought you was in there. Because I was like, Hev be shouting us out. Shout out to Hev Hollywood. From the IE network. Not trash outside. I'm just talking about in the streets. I feel like for New York to have so much diversity, I don't know. I like New York though. I'm not a hater of New York. Um, I have fun. I just feel like it, just like a lot of places, like with Philly, like the trash infrastructure, the rats and things like that. I said the same thing about DC. So I think it's time for a change. I think with the amount of people, the amount of taxes people pay, um, just the diversity and culture, it should be a certain way. And the reason I say that is I'm in one region of Asia. We went to another region of Asia. It was so much cleaner. And they're not as rich as the part of Asia I'm in. And it blew my mind. I'm like, what? I don't know. I think when you see something in an elevated stance, it just makes you think of things in a different perspective. That's all. Please get the likes up. We just need some younger blood. I feel like some of these people have outdated mindsets. These boomers, because that's who's at Congress. These boomers who are stuck on stupid, holding grudges from back in the gap when they came up using the very programs they're dismantling. It's weird to me. It's very strange. It reminds me of this lady at she's not at my job, but she was just disgruntled. Mind you, everybody is having a hard time, whether you're a contractor, government employee, whether you're state funded, whether you're the trash man, whether you're the teacher, we're all have our struggles. Why make it harder for somebody just because you can, because you're in some type of position of power? Very weird. That's why I say it's always them old hoes. And when I'm talking about the old hoes, I'm talking about a lot of these baby boomers, the silent generation. They just don't give. They don't care. They literally are destroying the youth that they created. This is why I say do not have babies unless you desire to be a mother first. And I'm talking to the women. I'm not necessarily talking to the men. I'm talking to the women. Do not have babies unless you desire to be a mother, because having a child is the fastest way to end up in abject poverty. They're literally not feeding the people. But we're gonna get into that because I love Miss Pat. Miss Pat. We read her book. Remember that, Babe Squad? We read her autobiography, her biopic book talking about her life, and to me it just transcended how I think about hunger, because I told y'all, I said the one thing I always do is I give back to the children. We did it in DC, we did it in Texas, we're doing it out here. That is the one way that you can foster just goals, dreams, ingenuity, creativity at a very young age, so that they can hold on to that when the going gets tough. Because right now the going is tough. I love Como. He pissed me off this election. I couldn't vote for him. A lot of people felt the same way. A lot of people felt the same way. Money is not my God. If money was my God, we would have that 8-pack money over here. We would get that $7,000 stipend. Child, they said Big Sean is already out with a new woman. I keep telling y'all keep believing these men. And where did he go get? A younger, hotter model. Wait. We not talking about Christian Rock and that. Child, I do not care. I am over the circus. I'm not signing back up for the circus. I just can't do it. It's a no for me. Here it is. Look at Big Sean, fat ass. Look at him. You see how big he is? Big and thick? Janae Aiko went through all that with that man just for him to be with somebody who's cosplaying. I ain't mad at the girl, because the girl's doing what she's supposed to do. Get their money. Get their money. In this economy, baby, level up. Ain't that what Isn't that what Sierra said? Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. All this body, all this body. I only know the song for real because when Darius plays it, when we're working out in his Health is Wealth dance class, that's the only time I know the words so I can keep up. Because y'all know anything coordinated, it's not in my ministry. Because he'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Level up, level up. And I just be over there struggling. Y'all know me. Y'all know. These women can be bought, and that's the problem. Ooh. Ooh. Big Sean boy, how big are you? Give me all your money and your residuals, okay? When he cheated on her with Ariana, she should have never let him come back. She is insane, child. She believed whatever fantasy he was selling. Remember, he finally took her to Detroit after she got pregnant? I told y'all at the end. Remember who remembers that live we did when I was at my people's house? And I said, child, we knew she was pregnant. We knew she was pregnant, and we was like, child, she probably was in there like, I'm having your baby. And he probably was like, we can't tell nobody yet. That's why they was hiding it so long. Y'all. Can we get 80 more likes, please, and thank you. Let me get into Miss Pat. So that just distracted me. My bad, y'all. My bad. So Miss Pat went on the Breakfast Club, and I can't show y'all the actual clip, but I do want to show you this. My heart hurts for Janae because her last marriage was horrible too. My poor girl. Child, she was cheating on that man. She was cheating on that man. She said she never loved him, but she wrote a whole love song about him. I don't understand the girls. I don't understand the girl. And then she was mad she had to pay him. That was crazy. I can't feel bad for her. That's what she wanted. She got what she bought. Okay. She got what she paid for. Janae, move on. Definitely. Okay. That relationship was always weird. Oh my God. No, she said she professed her. She wrote a whole song about that man, then turned around after doing 2088 and said that she never loved him. I was like, girl, what? I knew then. I knew then. The math won't math. Y'all know when the math don't math enough for me. I just go like this. She is a toxic queen. She tells y'all in her music. But let's get into Miss Pat. So she's going to be talking about SNAP benefits, and I love the conversation because I love the dialogue. So let's get into it.
I asked a question about the SNAP benefits, right? Mm-hmm. Why you asking her? Because she understands. Okay. I showed like we do. Tell people what that means for people to have their SNAP benefits taken away, man, especially around the goddamn holiday season.
I was just talking to my assistant today. I said, I see people in the grocery store celebrating that people don't have SNAP. And, nobody asked to be born into a family of poverty. Nobody asked to be born into a family of needs. When you out there picking that, you can't fault the kids for having a parents that need the program. Mm-hmm. So when you out here celebrating somebody not eating, that child is who you hurting. That child is who gonna go to school hungry like I did. I grew up on food stamps. There was so many times we ran out of food, and I could not wait till Monday morning so I can get that breakfast at school or my mama food stamp to kick in on the 3rd. Nobody's thinking about the kids in it. So kick in on the 3rd. Nobody's thinking about the kids in it. So what?
And she's coming from a real place. She talks about this in her book because if you remember, the reason she ended up not telling who her molester was, which led to her being groomed, which led to her being a child mom, was because they were feeding her. They were buying groceries. If y'all haven't read Miss Pat's book, I don't know what to tell you. She's an exceptional comedian, but her book, oh my God, her book is what made me become a fan of hers.
You might think that the mama selling the food stuff or the mama is a hood rat. But one thing I do know about being a hood rat mama, no matter how much you sell them food stuff, you going to put a little bit back for grocery. And that little grocery is going to feed that child for a certain amount of days. So while you out here celebrating, you hurting a kid that don't have shit to do with the family that they was born into. It's not their fault. And you want to take that from them?
That's right.
Which would give me flashback. And it hurts my feelings. It actually made me, I'm looking for a food bank. That's what I found one in my community to give food to. Because nobody ever think about that child.
Yeah.
I mean,
And her name is Mrs. Pat, and she's not lying. The quickest way to the trafficking is through food. All right? Through help, through means. Abject poverty.
I was a child with raggedy clothes. I was a child who had to get the Thanksgiving basket from school. I was a child that went to school raggedy, didn't have nothing. But you making it their fault. It's not their fault. You know, everybody can't be born to you.
That's right.
Everybody can't be born to me. But I had it rough. And those are the people that you hurt. And that's when I'm talking, when I'm on my social media talking shit, be like, oh, you need to stay out of politics. I said, why the hell do I need to stay out of politics when I pay a shit ton of taxes? And I was once those people that you're talking about.
That's right.
I
You lived
moved
it.
10 years from being on Section 8 and food stamp. So I will never forget when I had custody of my sister kids and I was working at Walmart and I had to get food stamps and how that helped out. That $1,200 I got for...
And you are right, St. Hudson, poverty. Them home-owning Michael Kors wearing upper-class Mormons be on EBT too because they have 47 kids. It ain't just support. And that's true. It ain't just support. It's the elderly. It's the elderly. It's the disabled. And don't forget the rich Asians now. Don't forget the rich Asians. I saw this when I say Cartier down and pulled out that Snap card because a lot of people don't know Snap and EBT are the same thing. Child, I was like, I wonder what she put on there to get it.
Raising 8 kids still was not enough, but I had to make it do what they do. So when you're talking about Snap out here, fuck the mama. Forget the daddy. Think about that child and that household that needed more than anything. That you out here celebrate that they're not going to be able to eat because you think their parents are getting their hair done or you think their parents are not doing what they're supposed to do. Nobody ever look behind that parent and see those hungry kids. So what is 6 kids on welfare? See, I don't know if y'all noticed this morning, Walmart telling Curtis, turn Snap back on because they get a tax break. And they revenue with $8 billion a month, a year, or some shit that they get from people using Snap in Walmart. So it.
And you see, it's a business. And I was so happy she said that because I do feel like it should be vetted, but majority people who are on it are white. Let's be very clear. They are white. But for the black people who do get it, they actually need it. There's maybe 1 or 2 that might be doing something with it, but I don't care. I'm not somebody who be like, you ain't pouring right. I've never been that type. Oh, you're not being poor right. Because I know at the end of the day, the kids need to eat. I was all for the free lunches, free breakfast. I voted for that because I did not care. I know what it was like to go to school hungry because people who are put in a position to assist in fostering a home or whatever, it's crazy. You know, I told y'all about this. I know what it's like to sleep, eat the sleep. I know what it's like to be when the village ain't doing what they supposed to do, right? It's crazy. There's been plenty of times. The number one reason why it took me so long to learn to eat breakfast is because I was trained not to. It's just so crazy. And this is why I continue to say, and I'm only talking about for my community, because I don't know what they do in their community, but I know in their community, they don't give a damn. They be out here trying to police everybody, and they are the biggest consumers of a lot of the F-ish. The quickest way to have people turn a blind eye is to have your child starving. Baby, we haven't even reached the point where the people are about to start selling their kids. Y'all don't believe me.
Not just affecting us, it's affecting them too.
That's right.
Because that was free money they was getting.
I also hope that the Democrats don't cave.
I do hope
No,
that.
they need to.
Jasmine,
I don't think that.
hope
Have you seen those healthcare prices?
But they're going up anyway. So they're going up anyway.
But what's going to happen
because
is...
of the big, beautiful bill, they're going up anyway.
But I feel like...
But if they don't cave, is it still going to go up?
Yes, the healthcare is going to go up anyway because the big, beautiful bill didn't include the extension of the tax credits to keep the cost down.
And see, I'm so happy he talked about the big, beautiful bill. They caved on that, and look what happened. And I hope they keep fighting. I don't care.
So it's
Well,
going
that's
up
what they're
anyway.
trying to get. That's what they're trying to get, the extension. Aren't they fighting for them to put the extension in the big beauty?
The premiums hold for a year. Like it goes up and it's going to hold for a year up until the election.
This is
That's why I'm
crazy.
saying that, right?
And people,
I just feel like
telling you.
that man is going to make everything fall on itself.
Yes, the premiums are set for a year at this point. So it's like right now, what are the Democrats holding on for?
And y'all be hearing Charlemagne. Charlemagne be he's a whisperer. Democrats do not give in. That's y'all being given in. This is the first time y'all fought back. Do not give in, because all these people who's talking that guala guala geechee geechee. No, some of y'all really don't know what's really about to happen. The fact that all them white farmers went and said we're not making no money. We need assistance. We need help. Where do y'all think the help is coming from? They did not bank on that. I'm telling you, they did not bank on it. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't know, and I'm not one of those ones, but I'm not in America right now. I'm not in America right now. Go get that rice, them beans, because them farmers was literally over there praying and crying and asking for a bailout. They were crying and asking for a bailout. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better go have y'all some mad cash, and have you some stuff. It's canceled. It's canceled. Christmas, cancel. Thanksgiving, cancel. You need to focus on what you can do to make sure you are good. Make sure your children are good. Everything is canceled until they do right by us, because they're banking on y'all caving in. I don't care if they doing a 40 plus, 50%, 75% sale. No, and no. I'm gonna let them finish though.
Here's the 2026
But
election.
I feel like if it's this, then it's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. He's always going to find a way to manipulate so that everybody gives up whatever it is that makes.
But there's so many people that's not getting.
But it is a choice. I saw Hakeem Jeffries on with Jake Tapper the other day. Jake Tapper asked him a simple question. He said, "You're acknowledging that it's a choice between."
And you see how Charlemagne is doing? He's pushing back. I don't mind at them pushing back. But let's be very clear. The Republicans are in majority of the House. They own the House. They own the Senate. They own that. Senate, Republican. House, Republican. President, Republican. They didn't even want to negotiate. Let's be very clear. And the president said until they just sign it, no. Absolutely not. Fight back. Because when y'all signed it, the big, beautiful bill got in. And then guess what? Y'all premiums went up. Fight back.
Okay, and people not being able to take care of their immediate needs right now because of the government shutdown.
Yeah.
So it is
That's
a choice.
but that's exactly what he wanted the choice to be, so that then we would get rid of healthcare. Then it's going to be something else. Then it's going to be something else. Then it's going to be something else. So that we could always have to make the choice. Got to make the choice. That's how dictators work.
But this is all to kill the poor too. I mean, this is just to kill the poor. You know, make it. I guess they just want to wipe it white. And I keep asking. I even asked my white friends. I said, "Can you tell your white relative if this country were all white, well, what y'all gonna eat? Stadium hot dogs? White people ain't got no food.
That's the only food culture they got.
They ain't got no food."
I asked you a question about the SNAP benefits, right? Mm-hmm. Why you asking her? Because she understands.
And I love that she was just so honest and raw. And despite when they send the trolls, it won't work. I'll tell y'all right now, the farmers are, mark my words, today is November 5th. And it's a full moon. Them farmers was over there crying. They asking for a bailout. They're asking for a bailout because they can't compete. ICE then rung up all these non-Americans, illegal immigrants, right? Who's out on the farms? Do you see MAGA out there standing for America. America first. Do you see them out in the fields, get into it, plotting? No, they crying. And I'm not talking about a little bit of crying. We talking about having whole mental breakdowns. They're going to start, because right now it's looking like the stocks is up, but mark my words, it's about to crash. They never expected China to do business with who? Who did China go do business with to go get their goods? They never expected Venezuela to do business with who? And then they didn't use the US dollar. Then they didn't use the US dollar. Any other time they had to use the US dollar. Saudi Arabia just took China's money, the yuan. Normally when you sell oil, you're supposed to use what? The USD. See, this is why you got to open up the schools. But I don't know, because y'all schools didn't teach y'all anything, because y'all said tariffs was a good thing. Tell me how tariffs have benefited America. I'll wait. I will wait. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that man explained tariffs down to the T. And y'all are like, tariffs is a good thing. Tariffs is a good thing. Tariffs is a good thing. What? Okay. The big beautiful bill, who is that helping? They literally had to remove data centers from a few locations because the residents fought back. Y'all better start fighting back. Y'all better start fighting back, because they're using our electricity to pay these billionaires' bills because the billionaires don't want to pay it. You better fight back. When you see your energy bill is sky high, but you haven't used no energy, and I said this when I was in Texas, and they got a class action lawsuit going on right now in San Antonio, because I was part of one of the ones. I said, how is our bill this high, but y'all said we can't use the energy between this time and this time? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I did a whole video on Instagram about it, because I said, what do you mean we can't cook or turn the air on during a certain time? Crazy. The same farmers that were crying about black farmers getting money they were owed, and C. Patterson, they didn't even get the money. And guess who ain't out here crying and begging? Okay. Guess who ain't out here talking about it? Ain't out here crying and begging. Can we please get the likes up? Can we get 100 more likes? Thank you. Keeping your money in your pockets is the greatest power right now. Yeah. Yes. I don't care if Mariah Carey is out here saying it's time and whatnot. No. Tell them kids Christmas is closed this year. Figure it out. Do some family bonding. Do I have the video of me talking about how, because our bill went from like $20 to like $100 and something. I said, for what? And I'm thankful I had a house. The way my condo was set up, it was where the sun would hit it just right, where it would be too hot or too cold in my house. Thank you, Jesus. That was God working, baby, because he knew. He knew, because I said, shut it down. Shut it down. Y'all, it's 110 outside. The energy people down here in Texas said put your AC on 78 and don't cook. Otherwise, you will turn off the power somehow. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. And then it's $1,000 a day to be outside. Like, shut this shit down. Y'all. Listen, we come with receipts. We come with receipts over here. How is the country rate narcissistic? No, girl, they said put our AC in, and we're talking about San Antonio, Texas. They were like, put your AC on 78. They've been playing in our faces. We got to fight back. We got to fight back because this is crazy. This is crazy. Let's get into Meg Thee Stallion. I just have to play that for y'all. I'm a big proponent of feeding the children. Right now, you have children who can't afford to eat free lunches or anything like that. So if I were you, if you have it on your heart, go to a school, pay off some of them school balances, because a lot of these parents cannot afford to do it. They can't afford to feed their kids. And when they can't afford to feed their kids, the next step is they're going to be selling their kids. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm telling you what the history books have shown us. They resort back to their old ways. They are changing the laws daily. They're coming up with all types of things as to why adults can be in the presence of the youth in a sexual manner. Baby, it's going, once them people's stomachs start touching their back, they gonna have the kids out there. I'm telling you, the girls and the boys. Y'all be thinking it's just the girls, it's the girls and the boys. They're not going to care. The children are gonna go missing and they're gonna act like they don't know. We have people leaving with kids, coming back without the kids. Where is the child? Where is the child? There's all kinds of stuff going on. It is sickening. We are living in sick times. Y'all better be prepared. Y'all better be prepared. Let me find that video. So let's get into Meg Thee Stallion, honey. Megan Thee Stallion, hot girl Meg. Hot girl, sweet like the honey. I thought y'all said Megan's song sucked. You didn't like it. She can't rap. She got one flow. She's boring. Yada, 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 yada. Whoop-de-whoop. Lies, lies, lies. Fallacies, fallacies, fallacies. Megan debuts number 38. Ending the 2-week streak of no hip-hop songs in the top 40. They tried to use the women, the female rappers who put hip hop on their back as the selling point as to why Billboard hasn't seen anybody in the top 40 for the first time in 35 years. Crazy. Crazy. I knew it was a lie. Look, I don't care that hip hop doesn't end up on Billboard, but I knew it wasn't the women's fault because the women have been carrying hip hop for the longest. They put it on their back and they got to work. While the men are out here rapping the same 2 bars over and over again. Molly Perk lean, Molly Perk lean, bitches, 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 Molly Perk lean. The women been out here having y'all 2-step in the streets in the midst of adversity. At least when you sipping on a little sippy sip with your last $2, you can think of something fun. You can at least open up them hip chakras, because a lot of y'all need to do that. Here come Megan Thee Stallion with Lover Girl. I knew y'all was haters. My man, my baby, my baby. Okay. I love it. I told y'all I love it. It's on my gym playlist. I be in there. I be in here shaking and shimmying. Shaking and shimmying. I'm telling you. I love it. I love that for her. I just love that Megan is doing the work. She's not listening to nobody. She's not listening to the disgruntled stands. She's not listening to her ops, because who are they? Where are they? They're nowhere to be found. Like I told y'all, in this year, if you don't heal yourself, and y'all need to do it real fast, because this good moon energy, you need to be doing the work. If you don't heal yourself, you're going to be stuck. You're not going to elevate. You're not going to transcend. If I were y'all, I would make sure I do it before Friday. Let go of them bags you carrying. It looks like Megan let go of all the bags and got to work. A lot of you are the bag ladies Erica was talking about. Megan is not. Hence why she's flourishing. Hence why she's enjoying herself. You see how her being happy and her essence triggered the demons. Look at the demons that hopped out the woodwork. Glorilla is one of the demons. She hasn't healed. I get it. She's 26. We expect that from a 26-year-old. She's lost in life, but she need to figure it out. Stop taking care of all those people. All them people don't need to be taken care of. They're adults. They're adults. Something on my heart said to say that. They are adults. Some of y'all are taking care of people. You've been taking care of them for a long, long time. Cut them by the wayside. If they are able-bodied, leave them alone. Leave them alone. You gotta cut weight. You gotta cut weight. Because if you out here living for other people's happiness, you're gonna go downhill. I agree, AT2. Megan will outlast Glorilla. She's already outlasted a lot of her people. They said she was gonna be around after a year. Megan been here. Y'all didn't miss anything. Y'all came in. Shout out to the replay crew. Not they're already selling the puss. Oh my goodness. What a time. Yes, it is. Yes. Hey, Lady Mahogany. I can't get on the internet without seeing Megan Clay. I mean, she's happy in her relationship. Let them people be happy in their relationship. I just think some people just don't like to see happiness. Just like they don't want to see Cardi happy. Look. Cardi's having a boy, and I knew she was having a boy. I knew she was having a boy. CW and I, we said it. I said, she having a boy. She's having a boy. That baby is giving her the strength. Do y'all understand me? This is why these hoes can't relate. That's why I believe everything she said about they wishing her baby be a stillborn and all kinds of stuff, because that baby is going to be great. I don't know. Something about it. It's just the way everybody is reacting to Cardi. Look at Megan. She's destined for greatness. Look at how they're reacting. Have y'all ever noticed the way people out of nowhere, and we're not talking about the music, just them simply existing drives people to act a motherfucking fool? Have y'all noticed that? I have. I'm starting to see a trend. When somebody is just happy and doing whatever they want to do, all of a sudden here come the think pieces. Because Gunna just released the song for We Getting Fucked Tonight, We Getting Fucked Tonight, We Getting Fucked Tonight, We Getting Fucked Tonight. And y'all were like, yes, we get fucked tonight. He said puss 11 times. And y'all was over there, puss. Y'all hate women. Y'all can't convince me y'all like women. Y'all hate women. Y'all hate that women are owning their sexuality and they have autonomy to their own bodies. That they're not allowing themselves to be treated like property. That's why y'all really hate it. Megan Thee Stallion provokes she owns her body, she owns her sexual prowess, because y'all weaponize religion to make women cover up fully while y'all still harm them. Y'all weaponize religion to force them into things. That's why they're trying to take it back, honey. They trying to take it back to the 1950s, the 1920s, when you couldn't even have a say. They literally want you to be cute and mute, barefoot and pregnant, suffering. Because now that y'all can make your own money, you can make your own decisions. They're not liking that. They're trying to go back to a lot. And y'all keep listening to these conservative hoes who are out here working. All them hoes is working. They're talking about, don't get a job, but they have those things. Okay. If you notice, it's all the ones faking personalities that's losing. Ooh. Leave people where they are is my favorite saying. Yes. Oh, thank you, Auntie Gang. Thank you. I see y'all up in here. Exactly. The guys rap about the same ish. It's no issue. Respect the host. Yes, please. No cussing in the chat. Please. No cuss words. Out of here. Smash that like button. Cardi, Meg, Lotto, the real ones. Well, Lotto's her vernacular is she overdoes the accent because that's not her accent, but it's cool. The trolls are always mad. You already know the trolls was always mad, but I love Doechii. I just love all the rap girlies. All the rap girlies are winning. I love them all. I love them all. I don't care. If they got beef with each other, so be it. Put it in the booth. Let's see who's better. Let's see who writes the better song. Yes, I love Darius. I love Darius so much. Shout out to Darius. So let's get into Nicki Minaj, baby. Nicki Minaj is having a bad day. Nicki Minaj was out here defending her stance of being MAGA Barbie. And it wasn't working for her because right now the fan base is divided. They had Nate. Nate just practically aired her out. And I said, oh my God. And for those that do not know, Nate is a huge Barb. Like when I say a Barb, Darius is in here. I'm talking about a big Barb. Nate, Pedro, Cows. Now it's only Cows because Pedro has been sent into exile. Pedro has been sent into exile. She said Pedro was stealing, honey. I don't even know how that is. When they see in the chat like that, just time them out. Yes, just wish them haters well and mind your business. They be wanting y'all to speak. Stop. Don't even talk to them. Just time that out. When they keep putting the come on now. We don't even have to talk about that. They can't get mad at me. She was out here. Nicki Minaj was out here standing 10 toes deep. Y'all know the POTUS. I don't know if it was the daughter, the granddaughter. Somebody from the Trump family used Nicki Minaj's sound for the TikTok. And she pedestalized it. And that's fine. She was very happy. The Neighborhood Talk reposted it. And which is strange because, you know, they be picking and choosing what they want to repost. I get it. She was excited about it. Y'all know Kyle says he can do whatever he wants. Where is it? So this was, I'm not going to play it because the sound, but, you know, she was very proud because the president is using her soundbite. Look at him out there with the, you know, the presidential plane wearing Making America Great. Then you have Melania, the first lady. Look at them looking all regal. You got them using the soundbite, dancing and jamming. Okay, diddy bop, diddy bop. Diddy bop, diddy bop. It says the White House. He's saluting the troops, air traffic controllers. That's pretty much it. She said, this is pretty incredible. Thank you. A generous queen. And then she went on to say, because she was arguing with people, because people, I told y'all, Nate, who's a big Barb, and I'm going to upload it, literally said, I was just like, not Nate. Wow, what is happening? Dear Poppy Trumpo, please grant me honorary citizenship, since these hoes think everything is transactional like their cooch. King K Tinga Lindo Dia. And raised her hand. Oh my God. And a lot of people were saying in the comments, Cardi B was right. Child, a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Look, Nicki Minaj can support whoever she wants to support. I still stand by what I said. She is doing it for that husband. It has nothing to do with her house being swatted. It's about that husband. She wants her husband to be out here freely in the world like the rest of the predators. I mean, it is what it is. And our president is the only way to do that. Hey, King Payne. Hey, boo. No, I don't. If they have legal papers, the Republicans and ICE will leave them alone. You have nothing to worry about if you're legal. Well, then why are they locking up non-legal people? I seen them lock up a black man, born, raised here, whole family been here for decades, centuries. It's crazy. People are mad at Kamala, because she had Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, but at least they were using their voice. Detained and locked up are synopsis. See, this is why we gotta open up the schools. Detained is not locked up. Since when? Baby, they be trying to troll and troll. What? If you slow, just say that. That's our catchphrase every time somebody do something like that. Because, baby, what? Okay, and Cardi B was really rooting for Bernie Sanders. Kamala was just a consolation. Very truthful. Very truthful. And you know what? I can't even get mad at that, because you know what? Those are the policies that she felt aligned with her livelihood, her civility. When you start voting against your own livelihood, I don't know what to say. My thing is this: Nicki don't vote. I stand 10 toes down on it. I'm not taking voter advice for somebody who do not vote. You have not exercised your right to vote. She's been here for over a decade plus, have not attempted to get work, anything. And I'm like, dang, at least Rihanna was like, y'all should go out and exercise your right to vote. But people are lazy. They want you to do the work for them. Absolutely not. She FAFL that the felons cannot get spouse's citizenship. Whoop, they do. Right? How much they pay in the box? That's all we want to know. True, sad she wasn't on okay to vote, but she had a conversation with Kamala. She's not able to vote. Like, I just felt like she could have just been like, hey guys, go out and vote. Da da da. I truly believe this is, y'all know how Nicki is. Nicki is bored in that house. Y'all cannot convince me otherwise. Prove me wrong. You know, I see the things that they say online and they're like, prove it, prove it, prove it. I don't have to prove you anything. Your beloved queen came to the internet, to us, with the bullshit. Okay? Ain't that what Aunt Bertha said? This is a setup and a scheme by Todd. Like, at this point, baby, you gotta stand in it. And then she's from New York. Well, she lived in New York. And she's out here spewing talking points against the new elected mayor. I'm just like, girl, you don't vote. I don't even get mad at 50 Cent, because 50 Cent votes. Wasn't going to vote. Ooh. I don't get that. I feel like you should be able to exercise your right to do whatever you want. I'm not proving nothing until I see her. Again, I don't believe these people stole from her. We have not seen a lawsuit. We talk about $30 million. M's in the bank. I stand by everything I said about that situation. M's in the bank missing. I think Nicki is a very intelligent woman, but if you lack common sense, I just can't ride with you, because I've always felt like, since I was a child, you may have that educational knowledge to an extent, but if the common sense ain't there, you'll lead me to the pits of hell. I knew that as a child. As a child with eyes. And this is why they say children are the smartest beings on this earth. because they call it like they see it. It's not until they get indoctrinated by a lot of y'all BS that they turn into and morph into dangerous creatures. They really at their true ready and danger zone when they're untainted. But people who lack common sense, I can't follow them. I'm sorry. I just look and I'm like, you can't tell me. I've never taken advice from fools. A fool can't do nothing but show me what not to do. Not you believe people really are gullible. She needs to find some fun. When's the last time we seen her anywhere, even coming out of a restaurant? She's not leaving if that husband can't go. And then her baby is at the age where he talks. Nicki has not, well, she did talk. She talked on the internet, but this time she kept it short and sweet. She was in and out because she could not have another situation where Papa Bear just comes in talking. She was embarrassed. She was embarrassed. And she probably was pissed off too, because where was his daddy? Where was the daddy at? I know he was there. It is what it is. But again, y'all, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. Shout out to everybody who used their right to exercise their vote. I saw a lot of people didn't know when their midterms are. Some of y'all midterms are next year. Some of y'all are going to have special elections, runoff elections. Make sure you tune into that. There's too many websites, too many people out here vocalizing when you can do something. And stop just believing in anybody's word. Look it up for yourself. You don't have to believe everything. Not buying the hood chains. I would like to know, where is the police report? Because someone said it perfectly. If we're going to blame the DeAndres, the Raw Alis, the lawyers and the doctors, what about the accountants? Because I asked, where's the accountants? What were they over there doing? Just letting people rob you blind? And I feel like this. If you let people hit a lick on you, baby, somebody sent me something to Kaya. I know I love me some Kaya.
This is the case of, hey, girl, you don't have to say a motherfucking word. People seeing your face, honey, didn't match your body. Nick Van Dyke said you tried to pretend like you got stung by some wasps. Had an allergic reaction. I said, no, that's that bitch face. You doing all that motherfucking black magic and now it's coming out. You got to pay it back through your motherfucking facial features and the muscles in your face done collapse and you looking a motherfucking book. Anyway, child, always running, nipping and tucking your face and body done cost you. We the people seeing you hold as you in real life, just evil, botched, and turned out. Anyway, but not a bloody clot tea, bitch, I fucking gag. You know what, Nicki, not the filter stop filling in. I said, not in the Jamaican accent, aha. You know what, Nicki, Comedy Central, we gag. Okay, you should have called the queen for Queen Radio because we would have been over there gagging together. Girl, pay me. Gag on you, letting everybody else steal your credit card. Anyway, okay. Nick Van Dyke came by and she said you want to be her, dress like her, act like her, mad because Guwap wanted her and she didn't ever give Guwap no pussy, so you rushed to give him some, girl, and now you giving him all kind of medication to keep him sedated. I said, no. Anyway, girl, bitch, was you bit by a wasp? The people say, no, that's just too much Botox and surgeries that you done got to your face. You looking like K. Michelle. Keisha K. Horror, you dishonorable horror is what we the people is calling. You know what Matt Breezy said? She want all the smoke because they done sent the video in. I said, I thought Matt Breezy was married. Y'all know I love me some Matt Breezy. She can't do no wrong in my eye. I don't give a damn. That was Gucci first hoe. The one that was taking all the licks upside her head, was hiding all the dope in her pussy and was making sure that he was on the road getting to the money back in the day. So I'm going to ride with Breezy, free Gucci. But Breezy say, fuck that hoe. That hoe been a hoe from under the floor. She don't trust that hoe. That hoe got Gucci under spell. She done went to Jamaica and put all kind of root on her. I said, not root. I said, you know what, y'all hoes in these roots and these spells and they want to act like y'all got all this control and want to go out here killing goats and chickens. The queen is not with that. Do not get it twisted. Yes, I am a daughter of Oshun, but baby, I ain't killing no goats, no chicken. I ain't backwards crab walking in no buckets, woods, and bushes trying to keep a man. Keisha K. Horror says she's in charge. baby, and he will obey. He's slow, he's weak, and I'm strong. And he's gonna do everything I say, and I'm gonna control all of his shit money and that dick and who pussy he put me. I said, God damn, or if he doesn't listen to what she has to say, she say she gonna up his medication. I said, and take his phone and lock him up. Cause he's her property. I said, God damn. Okay, I don't want no husband like that. Anyway, child done turned goo wop into a zombie. Girl, you gonna have to pay for every spell you put on. Yeah, boy, that girl don't put so much spells on you. They say your hair done turned curly. You used to be a nappy-headed nigga from the hood. I said, child, blink twice if you need help. Goo wop. Oh, what's that? You can't even blink because she keeps you in shades. Ain't no way, Jesus. Send your ass back to church. Get an exorcism, Gucci, because ain't no way. This was the case of it's written all over your face. Girl, you don't have to say a motherfucking word. People seeing your face, honey, didn't match your body. Then Dice said you tried to pretend I was stung by some walk.
Hey, we fair over here. We play it off. That was funny. That was remember that's how we found out how old Keisha Kaur was? Through Kaya. I still stand by what I said about the Keisha and Gucci Mane thing because it is what it is. Okay, Kaya being lit. Not City Boys up, yes. So Cardi is the fool with Stefan, but not a married woman missing 30 million? Child, that is wild. You know she gonna throw something in there about K Michelle every chance she get. I can't even be mad. Nicki was never a growth girl. She's a mean girl. City boys are still left behind. Oh. Hey, Divine One. Not you need a ventilator. Hey, bougie. That was funny. Nicki's husband doesn't work, right? He works for Nicki Minaj. Kaya been waiting for this moment ever since the disaster of a show went all the way down with TS. Yo. It's Scorpion season 2. She's a Scorpio. She's unhinged. Ooh. Ooh. Darius, I was laughing so hard when I seen that. That is funny. That is funny. She said his hair used to be nappy. Now it's curly. Yes. Yes. Yes, she did. Yes. 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 Y'all heard her right. Keisha was grown when we was little. Look, I'm not even mad. But you see the womb is working. The womb is working. I don't know how old she is. I don't know. I don't know how old she is. This is what I do know. She laughed at Nicki. Nicki ended that live. That's all I know. I'm like, not with the voodoo priestess. Y'all know we play all day, but I show respect to the girls. I'm with Kaya. I'm not climbing backwards. I'm not doing nothing for no man. But that shit was funny. That was everything to me. Listen, I hope it works out for Nicki Minaj. I hope it works out for her business. I hope she gets them squares about her circle because that mathing to me, but that's just because I don't play like that. Like nobody can't take nothing from me. You can't even play in my face for free. You can't even play in my face for free. I hope it works out for her, and I hope it works out for her son because to me, it's not a good look. Everything is showing that the universe is telling them not to be together. The signs are showing that, from what I see on the outside looking in, she's afraid to lose him for whatever reason. And I'm like, you need to sever that tie. But in the good book of Pastor Jamal Bryant, he said, when you refuse to cut the pinky then begins to infect the arm, which leads to all the other body parts. I just think that's crazy. I think it's crazy, but those are just my thoughts. They don't have to be y'all thoughts. It was the face tune for you. I don't care what the girls do, because all the girls are nipping and tucking. All the girls love them a filter. All of them. Every last one of them. They are nipping, tucking, filter, like... I just think when the girls who had surgery talk about the girls who have surgery, I'm just like, pot meat kettle? Pot meat kettle? I don't know. I just think there's so many. There was literally the CFDA awards last night. Nicki was not there. It's too many missed moments for me to believe that you was sitting in a house fine, prim and proper. With $30 million missing out of her check, Nicki don't need to be talking about nobody. Ah! And on that note, comment down below. We gotta go. Y'all be invested. Oh my God. Thank y'all for tuning in. And again, shout out to all y'all who voted. Make sure y'all do y'all work. It is a full moon tonight. Bye, hoes.